there's also, this happens twice, that they're eating very stereotypical dishes. Alli's family is having butter chicken. Later, Riley is having tzatziki. Come on. Like, really?
It's like, did you just like look up a menu at these nationality restaurants and pick the first thing you saw?
Yeah, that's how it seems to me.
Yeah.
Also, like, butter chicken is definitely like the easiest one for them to remember. So
It's like butter chicken is even more basic than like chicken tikka masala, which is arguably the most basic Indian food you can get.
It is
I get it every time, but
I love it. I love that. I love some samosas.
I love a vindaloo.
Hell yeah.
Naan.
Oh my god, garlic naan.
Garlic naan is the shit. Oh yeah.
I cook a lot of Indian.
Indian food is so good. Okay.
The best.
And then Allie's like, well, the night doesn't have to end. Can she sleep over? And they're like, yeah, sure. And it's so the Alli storyline moves kind of slowly in this first episode.
It's real boring. But she's like pushing for the sleepover, and her mom's like, yeah, of course, as long as it's okay with your friend. And her friend is like, yeah, sure. And it's like she like is scheming.
Yes. And then
because I don't think she really likes Alli.
No, I don't think she gives a fuck about Alli.
All that girl cares about is her cigarettes and her man. She doesn't care nothing about sweet little Alli.
Seriously.
Okay, I do.
We care enough for several people. So
yes.
Yeah.
If only we could go be friends with Alli. And then we're at the art show, and this is when Riley is like bullshitting about art.
But he's kind of good.
Because Thomas keeps taking him around and is like, what do you think about this piece? And Riley's like, I think he keeps saying things are interesting. And Thomas is like, okay, but like, how is it interesting? I need you to tell me.
It's super annoying. Like, just let him be there.
Let
and
him
be
consume
supportive.
art in the way he feels most comfortable.
Jesus, Thomas. But he does, like, there's, like, just randomly a knife stuck in a wall. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I think it means that, like, even something dangerous can be beautiful. And that's when I wrote down, like, is Riley good at this?
And then Thomas takes him over to, like, a different piece. And he's like, what about this one? He's like, interesting. He's like, everything is interesting. And he's like, I think this artist should quit because it looks like finger painting.
Oh yeah, no.
Something.
He's like, it's interesting that this artist thinks he can get away with finger painting, and I was like, slam.
And then it's like, oh no, that was Thomas's piece. And then he like freaks out and runs away to the bathroom. And Riley's like, oh no, I didn't mean to.
The knife stuck in the wall was the best piece at the entire exhibit. At least it had balls.
Yes. This is a bad art show.
It had some
guys.
emotion. Yeah, it was bad. And I was like, oh no, Riley super slammed him. And then we're at the basketball game, and Bianca shows up anyway, and Drew's very excited about it.
They have really good chemistry, you guys.
And Casey's like, what is she doing here? And Drew's like, I don't know, she came. It's fine. I'm not going to get distracted. Because Casey's like, she's going to distract you. Blah, blah, blah. Which is just a whole other fucking can of worms that we don't need to open about, like, blaming girls for being distractions, which is so stupid and annoying.
Pretty girls are distracting. That's all I'll say. They're distracting. They drop things. They make you fall over. They make you say stupid stuff, and they make you forget shit. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
But Casey's being dumb and like, why is she here? And Drew's like, I don't know, whatever. And then they go into the locker room for halftime.
And he's like making the excuse that it's like bad for basketball for her to be there. I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It doesn't make any sense. And then we are with Riley, and he's wearing that tank top, and Zane comes over and is like, hey, Thomas is fine. He's a big drama queen. Like, you're okay. And he's
very nice about the whole thing. And Riley's very appreciative of that.
He's like, you don't have to pretend to like art.
Zane rocked in this scene. He's like, hey, we just got over you having two personalities. You don't need to create another. Be yourself, boy. I was stoked on Zane here.
I love Zane. Zayn is the best boyfriend.
They have such a good dynamic, and I just enjoy them. He's like the ideal first boyfriend for Riley.
Totally. Riley does not deserve him.
That is a true fact.
And then they start to kiss, and then his mom walks in on them, and it's awkward and dramatic, and she runs away. And then what are we doing? We're with the fucking Casey and Dave and everybody again.
Oh, and okay, so they're playing basketball, and Drew and Bianca are like making eyes at each other, and Casey passes him the basketball, and it hits him in the face, which I haven't played basketball in a really long time, but also if you're passing the ball, it probably shouldn't be high enough to hit the person in the face. It's like you pass it to their chest. Look, I know very little about basketball, but I did play basketball for like a minute, and that's what I remember.
Yeah.
I know enough to know that you make eyes at the girl after you take the shot, after you catch the damn ball.
Also that, but I just wrote down that Drew is a cartoon. Like, he's just like a caricature of a human.
But Casey and Dave are also like taking out their frustrations on Drew. They're like playing bad with him because they think he's gonna play bad because they're mad at him. Like Drew's not actually like doing that much. He's not playing that poorly. They're like being stupid.
It's dumb. And also, like, why can their girlfriends be there and not be a distraction, but Drew's gonna be distracted by Bianca?
Yeah,
I don't understand. Like, this doesn't make any sense.
And the girls are being all catty and mean.
I know
They are.
But then they pass the ball to Drew. He makes the winning shot. They win anyway, and it's fine. And then like after the game, like everyone like meets up with their ladies, and they're like, all right, let's go to the dot. And then Jenna's like, she's coming to Bianca, and they're all being fucking assholes. And Drew's like, fine, we don't have to go. You guys are assholes. And they walk away. And I'm like, yeah, drop their asses. They're terrible.
Also, like, how is Jenna one to judge?
Seriously.
Jenna sucks, and her music sucks, and she's all pregnant and annoying. So, she can shut up and let Bianca be cool. And that other girl,
she sucks.
For a while, I was telling Kelsey this the other day, for a very long time, the only person on Degrassi I followed on Instagram was the actress who plays the other girl who Dave's dating, because she lived a very intense rock and roll Bella Thorne style life. Like, she was always crazy and partying and going nuts. So she's not one to judge.
I don't even think she spoke in this episode.
She did not. But also, I love that Sean was immediately texting me, like, referencing Bella Thorne. And I was like, this is very you. Like, okay. Also, you picked the right audience to talk about Bella Thorne.
Good form, Bella Thorne.
Good form, Bella Thorne.
She's so referenceable. She's a podcast in her own.
Oh my god, would do a Bella Thorne podcast, but Who Weekly kind of got me beat on that.
That's true. But then we're at the sleepover with Alli, and Malika's like, yeah, so actually I'm gonna go sneak out to see my boyfriend because my parents don't like me to see my boyfriend. I'll be back before sunrise. And so it's very apparent that she's been using Alli this entire time.
Yeah, she's pretty much just like, later days, and then like...
Let me take my huge carton of cigarettes.
Oh my god. Okay, so that's my next note, because like there's like just an enormous box on the chair, and Allie's like, you smoke? What do your parents think? And she's like, they think they have a daughter who doesn't smoke, which is a good line. But also, I'm like, what fucking pack of cigarettes looks like this? I've been smoking for 13 years. I have never once in my life seen a pack of cigarettes look like that.
Canada, maybe it's different.
Hashtag maybe it's different.
Those are a pack of Dunhills. Now, I used to smoke Dunhills myself, and they come in these big flat packets that you open upwards. John Lennon used to smoke them. Hunter Thompson used to smoke them. So I thought it would be cool if I smoked them also. So I got stoked when I saw that box of cigarettes. Like,
apparently,
I just very cool.
Apparently, I just don't smoke like cool cigarettes. Sorry. I smoke trash person cigarettes. My bad. I'm nothing like Hunter S. Thompson. Apologies.
I have no point of reference for cigarettes.
Again, you guys were all on brand.
Like, of course, Sean smoked cigarettes that John Lennon and Hunter S. Thompson would have smoked. That sounds like my brother. My brother would have been all about that.
Ray
too.
would definitely do that.
Used to. Now I smoke whatever. a girlfriend bought about once a week or if I'm in a bad mood. That's about it.
There you go. See, we're on all ends of the spectrum, guys. All right, and that's the end of part 1. And then part 2 starts, and Malika still isn't fucking back, and the sun has risen.
And this girl is trouble. And Sav is like, where's your friend? And Alli's like, I don't know, she took an early bus. She's like, JK, because she comes like rolling in. She's like, sorry.
And
but she sucks. And basically she like proposes like, you know, if you cover for me, I'll cover for you for things. And Alli's like, I don't want to be covered for anything because I just like want to do well.
Yeah.
And
And
I agree because she needs friends.
So this Alli just wants good, and she's so darn cute. She's there in her pajamas just trying to be a good person, and I feel bad.
I know. She's trying so hard to like turn over a new leaf, and this fucking girl is not helping. But then
Monster
we're
child.
with Drew, and I just heard Drew standing up for Bianca with his friends. I think this is when Drew's like, we're going to go get food. You're going to meet Bianca. You guys only know about her reputation. You don't actually know her. Let's fucking squash this.
Seriously.
And I'm like, this is very cool. Oh, and then we're with Riley, and he's trying to talk to his mom about the fact that she walked in on him kissing Zane, but she is in hardcore denial and is like, what are you talking about? You guys were just goofing around. Nothing happened. You, like, didn't look like homework to me. It's fine. Bye.
They were goofing around a bit.
I mean, they were definitely goofing around. Also, his mom brings him breakfast in bed.
Right?
Regularly enough that he's not like, wow, thanks, Mom. He's just like, yes, of course, my breakfast in bed. Just like always.
Yeah. Boiled little asshole.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
Then, I don't know what happened. I just wrote, Drew trying to forge a truce.
I love Drew and Bianca. I don't know. That's all I got. I think, is this when they, no. This is
I don't know.
just when
Maybe this is him, like,
great-
convincing people to do this again. I
think
don't really
this
remember.
is him convincing her to go to the thing.
Yeah.
Because he's like, please, like, let's just try to do this.
Oh,
And
yeah. He's like, I want to be able to hang out with my friends, and it'd be easier if, like, everyone gets along. Like, let's just try. And she's like, okay, fine, sure. Because she's also very cool. And
Bianca
So
needs more credit.
she really does.
we're here to give it to her. We're in Bianca's corner, and she needs
Seriously.
We
that.
truly, truly are.
But then we're with Alli and Malika, who are getting out of class because they're pretending to pray. And they go outside, and Malika starts smoking. And Allie's like, why are you doing this on school property? This is crazy. And then she's like,
Which is a good point. Although, to be fair, I was given in-school suspension because I was caught smoking outside of the cafeteria.
Of course you were.
I mean, listen, I was given a lot of, like, reprimand things for sneaking off of school property to smoke cigarettes. So I was like, well, or I could just hide in this kiddie playground outside of the cafeteria, which worked many times, by the way. Like, I very effectively did that. But, yeah, we did get caught one time, and it was just, like, a huge group of us, and we were just all filed into the principal's office.
You'd think they would meet you halfway.
Right?
You know?
I was like, come on, you guys. I am a 14-year-old who smokes. Let me have this. Clearly something has gone wrong.
But then Malika hands her cigarette to Alli for, I think she's like getting something from her bag or something. And then, of course, at this exact moment, Allie's mom drives up to school and catches Alli holding a cigarette. And Malika totally sells her out because she's awful.
She sucks. I hate this girl.
There's one thing that makes me feel as bad as other kids getting blamed for cigarettes on TV. And that's when somebody makes fun of, like, someone's dad for being a janitor on a TV show. Because I always feel bad for people watching it whose dads are janitors. I get that exact same feeling when somebody claims a cigarette isn't theirs.
Yeah.
The cigarette misunderstanding.
In Allie's mom's defense, Alli has a history, and I also used I'm holding them for a friend many times. And my mom was like, my mother started smoking when she was 13 as well. So she was like, you literally cannot fool me. These were all of my tricks 30 years ago. She's like, my favorites, my mom has a lot of good stories. She was like arrested for jumping a subway turnstile when she was 16.